guys, today's video is going to be all about my Chanel mini that I showed you at the beginning of this year. I did say that I was going to do a follow-up as and when I'd been using it for a while, and until 2 days ago I had not used another bag. To the best of my knowledge, I have used a rucksack alongside this a couple of times when I've been kind of going away for the weekend, or when we went to Disney I used that daily. But kind of day to day, I have used this bag every single day, and I mean, to be fair, I kind of feel like on screen it's maybe looking as small as it is. You know, let's put it in perspective to my head. It's a very small bag. It's not big, and yet I've managed to fit so much different stuff in it, and I'm going to show you a little bit of that in this video. So I've been really, really happy with it. It was super expensive. It's the most expensive item that I own, that, you know, you can't like live in or drive. It's a very, very expensive thing to have, and it's something that I purchased for myself for my 30th birthday. Thought I never ever in a million years would be able to afford to buy it, or more justify being able to buy it, because anyone can save up for anything in theory, you know, within reason. Really, it's just more, once you save that money, can you really part with it for this one thing? And there's several things that I've wanted over the years that I've saved the money and then chickened out and not really be able to do it, and I really thought that was going to be this. But all the stars aligned, and it was my 30th birthday. We were going on holiday. We were travelling through Heathrow, which has 2 different Chanel stores, and you get VAT free prices, which is pretty much the cheapest place that you can buy Chanel in the world. I think potentially it might even have been cheaper than France, and I just couldn't resist. So they had exactly the exact combination that I wanted, and it all came together perfectly, and I don't regret the purchase at all. As soon as I bought it, the people I was with was like, have you already got the buyer's remorse? Have you got, oh my god, I've just spent all that money? Off the top of my head, I think it was around 1400 and something. I want to say it was like 1415. I don't think it was high 1400s, but it should have been 250, 300 pound more than that without the VAT. And I don't know how much it should be, you know, if you were to buy it in a store, I'm not sure. But I think that's around the price that I paid. Massively, massively expensive. But I have already used it so much more than I thought I would. I thought this would be my like really special Chanel purse that I would use on special occasions and kind of nights out and things like that, but I've used it all the time. So I'm going to go through a little bit. In fact, I'll show you inside the bag and stuff for those of you that didn't see the original video. So inside the bag I've just kind of put the strap. So it's got the regular fastening. I'm not a Chanel kind of aficionado type person. I don't know any of the lingo, but it's got the Chanel fastening, and then it's an unlined bag. On the inside it's just all leather, which I actually really like. I don't know about other people, but I feel like when you've got just leather on the inside, it's wiped clean. You're not worrying about staining anything or damaging anything. If you put something in there, you know, like a compact powder or something, you're not going to be worried about it marking a lining, because it's all leather, so it's fine. And then it's got all the little things in there, the pockets, the printing. The pockets are actually more convenient and have had more use than I thought that they would do. I've got a little pocket here that's just a pocket, and then this one's got a zip on it. And then on the back of the purse, on the back of the bag, I want to call it a bag, but it's so small. On the back of this, it has this little pocket as well, which again I've used a lot more than I thought I would, kind of for work passes. When we're in Disney, I used to put out passes in there every day, just for things that you want to tuck away but you don't necessarily want all the time. You could put in there, you know, like little keepsakes or receipts or something like that. I know a lot of people have said receipts. I do keep receipts for expenses and things, but it's not something in the UK that we tend to do. But just things that you want to tuck away that you won't necessarily need to use constantly. Like, for example, the park tickets we were using once a day, and I wanted them separate from everything else because I didn't want them to fall out of the main body of the bag. So let's get into what I can actually fit in here. I kind of filled it with stuff that on the regular I may have with me, and this was mostly the stuff, albeit maybe I've added a couple of things in there just to show you how really you can fill it out. But this was kind of my regular configuration of items. So first of all, you can see at the sides, it can extend slightly. It has got a little bit of give. And I don't mind so much about like warping the size of the bag or anything like that, because I don't feel like I've done that and I've overstuffed it. That's not something that I'm concerned about. I don't feel like I'm changing the shape of the bag. However, I do think that when I really, really stuff it to the point that I have here, you can kind of see this part of the bag does pull in a not so great direction, and then the actual clasp, that's the bit that I'm most concerned about when I do feel it maybe slightly more than I should do. I feel like this is getting a bit of stress on it and strain. So I tried not to put too much stuff in there, but I did carry this amount of things quite a few times. So here's what's in the bag. I think you'll be surprised how much is shoved in here. First of all, I have a pair of sunglasses. This is something that I may or may not have in the bag. I probably would be more likely to kind of tuck them into my top or be wearing them, purely because they are a bit more delicate. Then I've got my, I think this is called an O case. It's like a Chanel card case. I bought this at the same time that, well, I didn't buy this. My husband bought this for me at the same time I bought this bag. I was looking for kind of a small one because we were going to New York. I was going to get one from Kate Spade or something, and he very, very kindly bought me this in the store when I was picking the bag up that I'd ordered. I got a camera in here, and although this is a compact camera, it's not a small one. You could definitely get smaller cameras than this, and it's heavy as well. This is the PowerShot G7X. It's what I vlog with. I have a little journal. Ooh, okay, headphones. I have a little diary, which is this Smithson diary. Smithson? I don't know. It's this diary, and I've got a pen. And then the last thing is a little lip balm, which again, not the littlest lip balm. I think that's quite a lot of stuff to fit in this small, oh, and some little tablets as well. Because I always like to have certain medications with me at all times, because you never know. That's quite a lot of stuff to be able to fit into this bag. Let's see another mix of items. So again, pretty full, but this time I don't feel like I've buckled any area around here. I feel like this is kind of just comfortable. I don't have my camera in here this time, but again, really, really stuffed full of products or things. I have a different sized diary in here. For those of you that were wondering, this is a personal planner. It also fits really, really comfortably. I think I have fit this in here with my purse and my camera, but I will check that for you in a second. But it's the smallest size of the personal planner that you can get. Then I have my purse again. I have a Nintendo DS. Oh, I think this is called the DSi. I just thought it would be interesting to see if this fit, and it does. It actually fits pretty perfectly. Some headphones again, and again a lip balm, and I've got some pills in a little pocket. I'm just checking now, and I can't quite close it with that bigger diary in there and my camera. Again, the camera is not something that everyone's going to carry around, but I needed the bag to fit the camera, and I was really happy that it did. But if I used the camera, I could definitely do the camera, the purse, and my little wallet and pen very comfortably, and then the whole bag will close really easily. And that's kind of a more general thing. I would have maybe those things and my headphones in there on a daily basis. And I don't feel like I was putting any stress on the fastening or the bag itself. If I really wanted to overstuff it, I would. I wasn't super precious with it with the 6 months that I was using it, because I was using it every single day. But yeah, I think it's really, really deceptive. You can fit much more inside this bag than you would think. And I know that Chase Amy on YouTube, I'll link her below, has done some comparisons between the Chanel bags that she has, and she feels that the smaller of the classic flaps, you don't really fit all that much more in them than you do in this, and the difference in price is absolutely huge. I would not hesitate if I got a really good deal and it was an amazing colour or a special one. I wouldn't hesitate to buy another one of these if I had the means to do so. I think it's an amazingly versatile bag, and I don't regret purchasing it at all. I have just generally been wearing it crossbody. I'll show you some kind of modelling shots in a second just so you see. I have got an incredibly short torso, so that's something to bear in mind, because I know, for example, again, Amy showed in her video, this crossbody didn't really work for her because she was probably a regular sized person, and if you had a long torso it'd be even more so. Torso more so. But for me, this is the perfect crossbody bag. You can also wear it on your shoulder. There are ways of shortening it so you can have it as a smaller shoulder bag, which I'll show you in a second as well. But I couldn't have been happier with this. So that's a really great thing for me, because it was the biggest purchase I've ever made, and I was worried about regretting it. Whether or not I could stomach purchasing one of the classics for thousands and thousands, I just don't think so. Potentially, if something really great pre-owned came on the market and it was available to me and I had the funds at the time, maybe. But I don't think I'd go for the small. I think it would have to be the medium or the large for me to feel like I needed another one in my collection, just because this one is so, so great. Unless, of course, it was a really, really funky coloured mini, because I love this one so much. So yeah, let's get on to what it actually looks like on. Ignore what I'm wearing. I'm actually about to sit in the garden. I've got a bikini underneath this. The weather's been insane recently, so I'm actually going to sit in the garden and tan. But this is what it looks like on. This is how I wear it all the time. I never wear it on my shoulder. I don't think I've worn it once on my shoulder always crossbody. It's just super comfortable. I sling it on and it's very, very casual to me. It is the caviar leather, and then I've got the gunmetal hardware, which I'm so happy to be able to get, because I feel like it's, although it's obviously Chanel and it's kind of a worldwide logo, everyone knows the logo, I don't feel like it's as showy as some of the Chanel bags. I feel like if it had been lambskin and it had been the gold hardware, I would have felt so dressy and really, I want to say pretentious, and that's nothing against anyone that does wear them, because that's, you know, fine. I am a huge fan, I love them, but for me and the way that I dress, like for example today how I'm dressed and I'm wearing cut-off shorts and this kind of baggy jumper, I feel totally comfortable wearing this, and if I was wearing no makeup I feel totally comfortable slinging this on my shoulder. If it was slightly dressier looking, like a different combination of leather and hardware, I don't feel like I'd feel like that, and this goes more with the stuff that I wear. So yeah, wear it like that. You can wear it on your shoulder, which, as I said, I have a longer body, so that almost, I could still wear it like this, but it doesn't really appeal to me. I like something that's like, it's not going to slip off my shoulder. But I could wear it like that. And another way that you can wear it is you can pull through. This is not necessarily a way that you're supposed to wear it, but you can get that classic Chanel look from a single strap by pulling that strap all the way through, wrapping it around, closing the bag, and then you have, I'll put it on this shoulder again, a slightly shorter, which is better for me, it still hits my hip, that's a better shoulder length for me, but then you also get that little strap over the top of the bag, which is a very classic Chanel look. So if you're into that, it is quite versatile. There's 3 different ways that you can wear it. I tend to just wear it crossbodies, but I think if I, crossbodied, but I think if I took this away on holiday with me as my main bag, I potentially would wear it like this in the evening. It's just an option, isn't it? So that's it for my follow-up review. I hope it's been interesting for you and maybe useful for those of you considering this bag. I know the combination of hardware, I mean, like, I knew nothing about Chanel before I purchased this, and I did a lot of research on the Purse Forum, and there are so many women and men out there talking about Chanel, and they know so much. So if you need help, I would highly recommend that you check out those forums and ask your questions there, because these people know their stuff. I know that I was looking for this exact combination of hardware and leather, and basically I was told probably unlikely I was going to be able to find it. It was out of season, you know, once they were gone, they were gone, and it was just by luck, by chance, there was one available, and I couldn't not buy it, which is, like I say, all the stars aligned, and that's the reason that I bit the bullet and finally paid all that money for one thing, but I don't regret it. So it was a major thing. I really did worry. This is not something, I don't go out and purchase high price bags constantly, contrary to popular belief, and when I do, I generally tend to sell something else to help to fund that purchase. I'm not kind of collecting thousands and thousands of them, and it was really difficult for me to part with that amount of cash for one item. This is a really big deal purchase for me, but if you feel like that and you feel like, oh, I'm not sure, I really don't think that you would regret this purchase, because it has been so used and so much more versatile than I imagined that it would be before I purchased it. That being said, I am currently saving, and I have just sold a few things on eBay and my blog sale to go towards something else, which if you follow me on Instagram, you may already know. I'm looking at the Louis Vuitton Neverfull in Azure. I have the in Damia Ebene from 3 years ago, and I really wanted the Azure at the time, and I was so nervous about it because of various different reasons, which I'll talk about in a different video. But if you guys watching this have that bag, because I feel like it's one of those kind of videos that over time people will find, and you know, luxury lovers unite and all that. But I would be really interested to know if you've seen the bag and you like it, if you have the bag and you like it, if you don't like it, all opinions welcome, because at the moment I'm kind of on the fence about it. It's a very expensive bag again, and because of the colours and stuff, I'm nervous that I maybe wouldn't get as much use out of it, or it would become really knackered really quickly. Unlike this one that I feel like already kind of looked a little bit weathered because of the leather style and because of the gunmetal kind of vintagey look. I feel like it already, you know, is indestructible, is how I'm liking to think about it. But that's it for today's video. Like I say, hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!